What's up, you guys? We are still in New York City and we are just hanging out before we head over to Central Park. So we are out here. Josh is he has to get on my level for filming. We are heading to our favorite coffee shop here in New York City. It is called Zibibble and Sip.
Yeah. Last night I turned into the Hulk and I walked through that, and that's why there's that hole.
Interesting.
I don't know if you knew that or not. That's why I was gone for a little bit.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is the building from like all the movies.
We do this, there we go.
Yeah. Flatiron. Alright, you guys, we have a little pit stop before we get to Central Park.
It's a company you may all have heard of.
It's a really small company.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Amazon. Here is a coffee shop that day he proposed to me.
Me and Brandy, first breakfast in New York City. This is just our first stop. That's right. We ate vanilla egg tarts.
Yeah.
And lattes. And then we headed over to Central Park.
We're in Central Park, you guys. Walking around, you see a bridge over here. This was in the movie Home Alone. Just kidding, we don't know.
It could be the one from Home Alone. We think it is.
I think it's over there.
Ooh, that does look like it might be the spot because this has the ice skating rink, I think.
Uh-oh.
Should we just reveal our secret destination yet, or
no,
not?
No, not until we get there.
Okay. Alright.
Stay tuned.
Signing out.
Hey guys, we are in the spot where we got engaged last February, actually. So
yeah.
welcome.
The very rock.
Yeah, the very rock that he gave me my rock. Yeah, so we actually wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of picking like a partner or a significant other, and just like the different qualities that have helped us find each other.
It is like as you get older and you become more defined in your life, you begin really understanding or realizing what you want. And if you haven't thought about that and you're like, I really don't know what I want, I very much encourage you to actually think about it. Don't just be like, oh, they need to be attractive and a good kisser or whatever else. Like, really, like, what does this person look like in my life in 10 years from now and 20 years from now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and how are you when you are with them is a big thing, especially for me, because a lot of times I could get like withdrawn or not speak my mind, or even sort of morph into this person that I wasn't actually, you know? And so when I met Josh, I was actually very much myself, and he stuck around.
Yeah.
And that really helped me because I was actually who I am around him, and then he brought out these qualities in me that I didn't even know I had, like being compassionate and being loving and all these patience and all these things that generally are hard for me. He brought them out and helped me, you know, really work on those qualities. And
just like Brandy's brought out for me to be more protective of my time, to be better at saying no, to be more aggressive and faster at executing in things in my life, you know what I mean? And so that is like one thing you need to look for in an individual is, one, do they help you strengthen your weaknesses? Do they have your back is number two, right? Can they be somebody that has kind of fills the gaps to where maybe you're not the best in? And are they bringing the best out in you? Like, I know everybody says that, but it's a general truth. You can really self-evaluate and say, is this person really bringing the best out of me? Or am I like just not who I want to be when I'm with this person? So when you were thinking about like a longer term relationship, what was it that you were looking for? Like maybe not, I'm sure there's a ton of things, but it feels like maybe one or two key things.
I was really looking for somebody to, and this is very specific to who I am, but somebody that was like, was okay with my confidence and generally wanted me to win and didn't want to hold me back. And I know those sound like very selfish things, but for like where I see myself in the future, I wanted somebody that could also visually see me being being successful in that way, since that's something that's very important to me. Yeah. And for a lot of people, like in past relationships, definitely didn't like those qualities, or they thought that they weren't important, you know? So it's always good to, like, if you have things that are important to you, that your significant other also values and respects them, which Josh definitely does.
Yeah. I think for me, coming out of just, you know, learning from past relationships and learning from my own life, something that I really wanted was that somebody that I could do life with and yes. dominate.
Yes.
And I understand you can do life, but I mean in the sense of that I could come home and I could talk about what I'm thinking through, whether it's with the business or career or whatever it is, and I could trust the feedback because you not only understood, but I also really respected and valued your expertise and knowledge in this industry. And it wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna tell you about my day because it's my turn, and then, okay, you can tell me about your day because it's your turn to talk, and we're just like doing that because we're in a relationship. But it's somebody that I really trusted and admired from a perspective of where I wanted to be in life, and somebody that I thought could dominate with me.
I know a lot of people say, and I just read this book, people say it's like a 50-50 thing, but it's really not. It's a 100% thing.
Yeah.
You know, you need to give your 100% to that person if you expect them to give you 100% back.
Exactly, I love that. Like if you think about—
He's a fat squirrel.
That's a really fat squirrel. If you're thinking about a relationship and you're like, okay, I'm in it to get, just you're thinking about what you're gonna get out of the relationship, or like, hey, you're not taking care of me. A relationship is an investment, and it's an investment 100% of your time, your mental capacity, your effort, and those are some of the most expensive things to invest, and they're the hardest things to invest. And so when you're really thinking about that person, don't be just thinking about the sex or the fun times you have together. Like, think about, is this person I want to invest in for the next 50 years of my life?
I don't know. A little while. We've been married for a few months now, so we feel like we're veterans.
It's got to be more about than just the physical attraction. It's got to be genuinely about the makeup of that person, their passions, their dreams, their drive. It's who they are, the quirky things they do to have fun, like whatever it is. Like, it's so much more than just physical attraction. If you're basing your relationship on physical attraction, you are definitely gonna fail. Like, I mean, I would bet anything on that. If it's purely physical attraction, it's a matter of time before that relationship's gonna end.
Yeah, you wanna be with somebody that, like, you generally want them to win, and they generally want you to win. Like, it's as simple as that, because then it's easy. It really is. So yeah, we wanted to share a little bit about like our relationship and what we found to work for us, to hopefully maybe give you guys some insight into our life as a, you know, newly married couple, and also bring you to this amazing spot.
This is a very special place for us, and yeah, it's just a nice time to reflect and everything that we've thought about and why we decided to actually get engaged and married.
And thank you.
What are we doing?
Sitting in Times Square. What's up, you guys? We just got back to our Airbnb and we are eating food and giving our feet a rest before we go back and head out.
For round two.
Yeah.